Stop wasting your precious time and money while growing a business to 7-8 figures by cold shopping. Welcome to the podcast Manifesting Big Money Fast. My name is Jeanine Hurd. I am so excited that you found this podcast or that you're tuning in to another episode. This podcast is all about manifestation, big money, energetics, spirituality, how it's all connected, and most importantly, how you can increase your bank account right now. So let's dive in today's episode. Money lovers, welcome back, beautiful soul. We gotta have a real talk conversation. This popped up in one of my short-term masterminds I'm having, and someone asked, and I thought this is so cool. Let me bring this to the conversation, to our podcast conversation. This woman asked me, I feel, Jeanine, I am investing so much in mentorship, in trainings and coachings, in personal education, and I still do not receive the output. And when listening to you, you said something so often in your podcasts, and that is, at the beginning of every coaching, mentorship, whatever you invest in, you set yourself the goal that by the end of the container, you have your money back and even more. And this is definitely true. This is something I set myself up for success since the beginning. And I haven't had any other experiences. And this woman asked me, why is this not happening for me? And I asked her one question, and I've asked, tell me in what you invest and for how long the capacity was. And it was very interesting because this woman mentioned, I've invested in like a 2 months container here, like a 1 week boot camp here. And there was a clear picture that was painted. And this powerful woman, I would label it, did cold shopping. A little bit here, a little bit there. And I thought, oh, this is so interesting because that is something I haven't done. And here's why. And here's also why I believe in long-term mentorship. When I was in school, and you too, what we had to do is we had to go, at least for me, from grade 1 to 13. And I had to learn the same things over and over again. Like I became so good at writing, reading, speaking different languages because I had to do it over and over and over and over again. And I know this is true for you as well. There was no like, oh, let me do a week of French. Oh, I'm bored with French. Let me do a week of Spanish. Ooh, I like Spanish. Let me do 2 full months of Spanish. The way our school system is set up, and obviously we can talk about it if we like it, if we don't like it. It's a whole different conversation. However, there are, as with everything, many good things about our school system. And that is, it sets you up for long-term success. There's no like, let me learn this quickly, but there's a lot of, let me learn this in great detail. So by the end, I truly master. That's why first you learn the alphabet, then you learn to read the alphabet, to write the alphabet, to speak the alphabet. And then what you've learned, this basic knowledge, becomes the foundation for math, where you have to read books, German, Spanish, English, you name it. You get the picture. So everything builds on top of each other. But there's no like a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there. So when I left school, even before I was in the US for a couple of years, you've just listened to the first 4 minutes of the VIP version of the podcast. By becoming a VIP member, you can listen to 3 episodes per week. You will receive early bird access to the Monday episode, so you already can listen on Sunday. And if that doesn't sound great enough yet, I've got one more. Why you should become a podcast VIP member. I'm answering every week a listener's question in the podcast. So if you have a question, drop it in the Q&A thread and receive the answer in the podcast. Can't wait to see you. Simply click on the link in the show notes or go to courses.richandhappiness.com to become a VIP member.